Hey, what's up? It's Riggs. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I thought we would do something different. I have never done this before, but I am going to take you on a driving neighborhood tour of one of our more desirable and affordable suburban communities just outside of Columbus. I may be even a bit biased too because I lived in this wonderful city for many years while I was raising my daughter and my niece. So I know how wonderful this community is and how just desirable this community is, and quite honestly, again, it is one of the more affordable suburban communities that we have here just outside of Columbus. So today we're going to take a neighborhood driving tour through the City of Reynoldsburg. Let's get started. Safety first. So right now we are on Main Street, which in my opinion is the main gateway into the City of Reynoldsburg. Now that is certainly not official by any means, but in my mind, having lived here for many years, when I would tell people you're in Reynoldsburg, once you're on Main Street, you cross over Bryce Road, you're in Reynoldsburg, and that is just very real. Now, running parallel to me, on the left is East Broad Street, and over on the right is Livingston Avenue. Those also will get you into the City of Reynoldsburg. So where I used to live, I would come in from Livingston to get to Reynoldsburg, but coming off of Main Street, you'll come off 270, depending on where you're coming from in Columbus, it'll dump you right into Reynoldsburg. So Main Street becomes the main gateway. See why I say that? So we're right here at Main and Bryce Road. What you're going to see, to me, this is like Reynoldsburg's business district, very similar to a Groveport video that I did. Cities always seem to have like a downtown or a business district. This would be what I would say is it for Reynoldsburg. Their city hall, I believe, is on this street up here on the left. This is all going to be retail space in here. You're not going to see any housing on this street on this stretch. It is retail space, businesses, restaurants, etc. So what I have loved to see over the last several years, and it's probably been, my goodness, 7 to 10 years now, they have done a nice kind of renovation on this road. They put this brick walking path in. They've updated the colors and the trees and the landscaping and lighting and street lights and all this kind of stuff to really make it a gateway. And I think it's been really nice what they've done. I don't know where that money came from and all those details, but it's been really nice. Over here on the left, the new Kroger went in, and I remember going to the older Kroger, which was just down the road, and now they've got a really nice Kroger there, which is just really great for them here. Really, really pretty cool. So now what I want to do is cut over and show you some of the more affordable housing, and then we'll go show you a bit more of the more higher end housing so that you can see how much of a mixed use housing community this is. Okay, so we are driving through the more affordable areas of Reynoldsburg. Prices of homes over here at the time of this video are selling anywhere from about $150,000 upwards to maybe about $170,000, depending on obviously the updates and things like that in the home. But when you think of affordability, this is honestly what I picture. My clients who are looking at homes here in Columbus, we say affordability is defined at about $180,000 or less. So if I'm using that definition of affordability from the Columbus Realtors organization, this is where I'm thinking we're going to find that home for you in Reynoldsburg. You can see these homes are all in this area, for the most part, ranch style homes. Many of them will have basements, some may not, but they are your one level home. Really great because the majority of them are brick homes. You simply do not see that much when you're thinking some of our newer build areas. You don't see that. So I love this area because there's brick style homes here. I don't know, I'm a sucker for brick style homes. So for me, for the price point to get an all brick home is just amazing. As we're driving through this area, if you're taking a look, I mean, folks in this community here specifically just do a really wonderful job of maintaining their homes. I'll have to insert here kind of the average year these homes are built. I know they are a little bit older, but I mean, seriously, folks here do a wonderful job of caring for the homes here, which I love. Now, when I was living in this area, I did not live far from here, but at the time, you know, I was renting a townhome, and so all I ever envisioned was wanting just a 2-story home, but my price point put me in this area, and I just really wanted to get away from a single-story ranch-style home. When you've lived in apartments for years, you just want some separation. I think many of you could identify with what I'm saying there. So this was not the area I was desiring, but honestly, it's what my budget would allow. Nothing against it. It was just my own preference. So I ended up moving just in like Southeast Columbus, where I was able to get a split level home, which looks very much like a ranch home from the exterior, but it gave me some separation of space, and still at the time, about over 10 years ago now, worked very well for my budget. That would have been the same budget I was in over here, but gave me a bit more home in Columbus for what I was looking for. Now let's talk about that community. Remember I said affordability according to Columbus Realtors is about $180,000 or less. Looking at that as the cap, that 180, there at the time of this video, there are 8 active homes on the market that are $180,000 or less. In the last 12 months, given that same criteria of $180,000 or less, there were 357 homes sold that were $180,000 or less in the last 12 months. I say that because it helps you understand the demand, how desirable this area is. Location's everything, but the price point works for the greater majority of buyers over here. And I'm looking at the city of Reynoldsburg. Now, the average price, or the average sold price in that range, was about $145,000, and the median sold price was about $150,000. And if you're looking at that same range, homes are on the market about 14 days on average. Now, to give you the real, I know how this goes. Homes are on the market for 2 to 3 days, depending on the seller's criteria, if they really want to give buyers the most opportunity to get in the house. But homes in that affordability range go into contract very quickly. This little area in here has evolved over the last, oh my goodness, I feel like just the last year, 2 years max. There is something so charming about this little stretch of Main Street in Reynoldsburg that I have always loved. It brings in some of your smaller businesses, or maybe I should say it feels like smaller businesses. They could be pretty large for all I know, but it's got this kind of small business vibe. It's got a few boutiques. There's some new restaurants that have gone in that I've visited that have been fantastic, and it just has a different feel. If I was to continue on here moving forward, you would be coming up on Pataskey Pataskala, which is really cool how you can go from Reynoldsburg to Black Lake to Pataskala all on this east side pocket. But right now we're going to head over going towards East Broad Street because I want you to see some of the rental housing that exists here. I also want you to see some of the more expensive homes that are more, I shouldn't say expensive, but they definitely exceed that $180,000. They're pushing your $200,000 plus. Reynoldsburg obviously has more higher end housing, but you've got folks who can do anywhere from $200,000 to maybe $300,000. We're coming up on that next. All right, so we're going to go into this community. It's called the Park at Wagner. And I just think it can give you some of the best feel of that next level of housing. So we had the more affordable housing I showed you first. And now you're going to see that next level. These homes in here are $200,000 upwards to $300,000, probably $350,000 depending on some of the sizes and the updates. But definitely in that $200,000 to $300,000 range. And there's just some beautiful homes in here with a community that is incredibly desirable. So enjoy the Park at Wagner. I hope you enjoyed this neighborhood tour of the city of Reynoldsburg. Do hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you thought, because I'll continue to do more if you like more. But also remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with folks that you think it could be helpful for if they're looking to move to Columbus, relocate here, whatever it may be. But then come over and join me at the party over on Instagram. I spend a lot of my time over there. It's my platform that I enjoy. So come over and connect with me on Instagram as well. Hey, thank you so much for watching. You stay fabulous and productive and well. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care.